Beware of the incoming fake alien invasion. Even Joe Rogan is getting involved with the whole fake alien stuff currently going on. Joe Rogan just announced a new comedy club called the Comedy Mothership. And Mothership is very important because we've seen through the year stuff involving eggs, which is the birthing, the new age. Mother. Rihanna was pregnant at the Super Bowl, supposedly. Mother. So it's been an ongoing thing. And it's no coincidence that he announced the launch of the Mothership on March the 3rd. You got the 33. So this is all by design. Joe Rogan is controlled opposition. All of these people are telling you their plans. They are telling you what they want to do. And here is the setup of the stage for his comedy club. And it looks rather like a Stargate type portal, or even reminds me of CERN. It's rather creepy looking, to say the least. These people are preparing you for a fake alien invasion using Project Bluebeam. And it's very telling that he is launching the Mothership in Austin, Texas. Texas has been associated with NASA, especially in like the Houston area. So it's very telling that this is where he announced his new comedy Mothership. Also, look at the design. You see the 3 lines on the left and the right. So you got the 33 right there again in the logo itself. Joe Rogan is showing you he is part of the club. Joe Rogan is showing you he is part of the system. All of these people are controlled opposition. And they are showing you which side they really serve. And which agendas they are really about. It's also interesting that he also has that purplish looking color, because that purplish looking color has been seen a lot with streetlights. And I believe it's to track certain people. And I'll just leave it at that, because obviously I can't go into detail about that here on YouTube. But it's just very, very telling that this Mothership was announced in Austin, Texas. And Texas is synonymous with NASA, space, and things like that. Like the saying goes, Houston, we have a problem. I'm sure you've heard that a time or two. So they are showing you once again, and they are preparing the way for the incoming fake alien invasion. Because when they get this in place, when they get this fake alien invasion in place, they can then implement the rest of their agendas. Now, if you choose to believe in the whole UFO alien stuff, that's your choice. I'm not going to sit there and bash you over believing in what you want to believe in. But me personally, I don't believe UFOs exist in the way that people think that they do. I don't believe that we have flying saucers or little green men out there running around. I believe that UFOs are fallen angels. But this is all being used as a distraction. Ask yourself this: if something that was once a major quote unquote conspiracy that could possibly be real, why is the media now coming out and talking about this so boldly? If it was something that was actually truly legitimate. The media is not going to come out and promote this the way that they have been. No, they would not. They would try to keep people that talk about this stuff quiet. But instead they're doing the opposite and talking about all of this. It's because they are going to use the Project Bluebeam technology to create a fake alien invasion and bring in their New World Order system. That is their end goal, I believe. This is why they are doing the things that they are doing. This is why they are pushing the things that they are pushing. This is why they are trying to herd people into these smart 15-minute cities. Is because once they have people herded in small spaces, it's easier to control. It's easier for them to deceive. It's easier for them to push the things that they want to push without much pushback. But listen to this clip, if you haven't heard it before, from William Cooper.
Many, many years ago, in fact, 1972, I was sitting at my desk at about 4:30 in the morning at the headquarters of the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Pacific Fleet, arranging the information that had come in over the last 24 hours into a logical order so that we could prepare a briefing for the Admiral and his staff, which would take place later that morning. Among the papers I found on my desk was a document entitled Operation Majority, and it was not the entire paperwork involving this operation, but was merely a synopsis of the operation and projects contained under it. One of these projects was called Project Red Light. The purpose, according to this document, was to back-engineer captured extraterrestrial technology for adaptation into the United States space program. Now, I have since come to believe that the extraterrestrial portion of all of this is nonsense, but that the technology is real. I believe that many of us were shown these documents over the years so that later we would talk about it. I mean, how can you keep the existence of extraterrestrials, if they were real, a secret? And how could anyone keep quiet knowing that they had seen documentation, official government documents labeled top secret, that expressed that these extraterrestrials were real and had visited this Earth? I wanted to know just how true all of this was, and I began a program of research to find out if extraterrestrials were real. The first thing I did was collect every bit of documentation that I could find, both from the Freedom of Information Act, from the research of others, from books that had been printed on the subject of UFOs, and of course through my network of friends in the intelligence community. What I discovered was amazing. What I discovered, ladies and gentlemen, is that there has been a plan in existence since about 1917, and probably before that, to create an artificial extraterrestrial threat to this Earth in order to create a one-world totalitarian socialist government.
They may deceive people and get away with deceiving people with this whole UFO stuff, but they are not going to deceive me, and I know that they're not going to deceive you. I know you are going to be very aware and watchful for all of this. And I do want to hear from each and every one of you. What is your thoughts on all of this? What do you think about the whole Joe Rogan thing? What do you think his connection is to all of this? I want to hear from each and every one of you. And as always, I thank you for your continued prayers, and I thank you for your continued support.